Can you actually get lean and below 15 or 10% body fat while eating ice cream every single day? I'm Coach Ábris, founder of Demi Cycle Protocol, and over the past year we've helped over 50 high performers and corporate executives over the age of 40 lose over 6 to 9 pounds per month, getting the best shape of their life and double their energy level while not restricting their diet, not counting calories, and not spending more than 2 to 3 hours per week in the gym. How did we do that, and how did we produce transformations like, let me show you quickly, Devin, who at the age of 45, hopefully it's visible, went from 23% body fat to below 9% body fat completely naturally, while having an extremely busy schedule and not saying no to cookie dough or ice cream, right? So let's destroy some myths around ice cream. So what I wanted to say first, that the first thing that comes to your mind when it comes to sweets like ice cream, cookie dough, even Oreos and stuff like that, is that it's carbs, right? Many of you are afraid of carbs, but you shouldn't if you think of your nutrition as a strategy, right? So many of you get accustomed to following a diet for a certain amount of time, and then you get surprised that, okay, when the diet is over, you start eating like that crap again and you gain back the weight. And this is something that we definitely wanted to avoid. And from day one, since founding the Demi Cycle Protocol, our first principle was, okay, no more yo-yo dieting, no more gaining back the weight. We want sustainable solutions. How do we do that? How do we make sure that, let's say, Joe that joins the program today will actually keep his results, right? Definitely not with keto or carnivore diet. Definitely not with something restrictive like being a vegan or counting calories every single day. You don't need to do that. So the solution is much more simple than that. And this is replacing tactics with strategy. Because if you think of it as a diet, you're doing tactics, you're playing the wrong game. Because then you're setting your brain up to, okay, I need to use this and this method and nothing else to get the results I want. Can you use that method for the rest of your life? Can you be a carnivore for the rest of your life or something like that? Probably not, unless you have some chronic illness that has you be a carnivore or a keto diet follower, whatever, right? But when it comes to nutrition, now you're playing strategy, and strategy brings you long-term results, right? So if you want to sustainably lose fat, you want to understand how nutrition works. What are proteins, what are fats, and what are carbs, and especially carbs, what are they are for, right? They are to give you a quick source of energy. So for example, today I'm about to hit my workout. So I want some quick source of energy before that, and I don't want it to be stored as fat in my body. So how do I make sure? Well, in most of our clients on rest days, we delayed the consumption of carbs during the day as much as it was possible, and then later on they could load up a feast in the evening, right? But if they had a workout that day or like a particularly active part of their day, a conference, presentation, whatever, right? Then they ate 60 to 70% of their daily carb consumption right before, like an hour or two before and after the event. So they loaded and reloaded. So majority of the day, the carbs that they have eaten went straight to their muscles or to their brain to enhance their performance, right? And they didn't get stored as fat. But the thing about ice cream is that it's actually cold, right? So for your body, it actually takes more calories, more energy to digest. And for example, hot food. So that's another interesting fact. And once you get your strategy sorted, like for example, Devin did, or all my other clients, you quickly recognize that, so ice cream is not a source of evil, it's a source of energy for me. Or it could be also your sleep aid. I'm not saying eat ice cream before you go to sleep, but about 2 to 3 hours before bed, if you eat a carb-heavy meal during a day or like after a day where you barely eaten any carbs, but you kept your protein consumption high, so you didn't really even crave it, but at the end of the day, you have burnt your fair share of energy, right? You still have plenty more room to leave for a nice dessert, then you can have it. And it will help you drive your tiredness levels up, your adenosine, your tiredness hormone up. So later on, it will be easier to fall asleep. So if you struggle with sleep problems and you find it particularly hard to fall asleep at night, I highly recommend you delaying your carbs to the evening, batching it up, eating a large feast, or after like a big high protein meal, a large dessert basically. And after that, it will be easier for you to fall asleep. Of course, leave like an hour or two before you start your casual bedtime routine. What really matters is that, okay, now your digestion will be sorted and your tiredness levels will be higher. And another thing is why my clients like Devin are so successful with their transformation is that ice cream is ultimately anabolic. It contains milk protein, the casein, which is by default a slow protein. So it takes 6 to 8 hours for it to absorb in your body. So it's a good overnight protein, so you won't feel hungry in the morning, but still it supplies your muscles all the way through the night with useful amino acids so they can recover. So ultimately, ice cream is one of the most anabolic food you can ever have. It's an amazing pre-workout because of the carbs in it. It's an amazing overnight protein source, especially it's like homemade ice cream that you can make for yourself. What I'm eating right now, I'm cheating a little bit. I don't consider this cheating, to be honest, but this I bought at the store because I love it, right? It still fits my daily nutrition targets. I do not count calories, but I more or less know what I'm eating during the day. I only count proteins. My clients only count proteins. And once you get enough protein sorted, so 1 gram for every 1 pound of your body weight, you won't really crave anything else. And what I mean by that is, of course, you will be eating some sort of carbs and some sort of fats next to your primary protein source at every single meal. But the protein will keep you so much satiated that you don't want to eat too much of anything else, right? You might have a little sweet craving still, and if you have a sweet tooth, that's okay. Eat some ice cream because it's actually helping you to get closer to your goals. If it gives you a great pump, and if you keep the fundamentals, you eat a high protein diet, you walk at least 6,000 to 8,000 steps per day, you follow a stable pre-bed routine which enhances and increases your sleep quality, then you can make sure that you have a faster metabolism than 99% of people. Isn't that amazing, right? Because now your body has been taught how to metabolize food efficiently and how to use it to your advantage. So I know that since this ice cream I'm eating right now is not homemade, this is store-bought, probably it has a lot of processed sugars in it, but my body already knows how to turn this into energy in my upcoming workout. So nutrition at the end of the day is all about strategy and teaching your body how to do certain things. Teaching your body how to metabolize food efficiently, teaching your body how to turn food into energy for the purposes that you need it for. And this is why timing is very important with your meals. So you can be flexible, you don't have to count calories, as long as you eat high protein and you know which macronutrient serves which purpose. Right? Because if you only work out in the evening, what's the point of eating a high carb breakfast when your blood sugar levels either way are high, right? You are more likely to metabolize the carbs, especially the quick sugars that you bring in as fat when you don't use them and when you have the insulin spikes and everything in the morning, right? So if you happen to work out in the evening, then don't have a high carb breakfast, because then you are less likely to utilize it as a quick source of energy. If your body feels like that, okay, I have brought in more energy than what I burned. And also, I haven't used it for any kind of intense activity. I didn't need to fill up my muscles glycogen storages with these carbs, then your body will like, okay, I will save it for a rainy day, right? Especially in the morning when you are in starvation mode because you haven't eaten for more than 10 hours at that point. So that's why I would say always time your carb or generally your ice cream intake around your workout, or on rest days around the evening, because then again it will be easier for you to fall asleep. So it's interesting because ice cream gives you the type of muscle power that you really need to keep it going at a workout, because over the age of 40, so majority of my clientele, they won't always feel like working out, and it's completely, I don't want to awaken guilt or shame in you for feeling like this, because I understand that sometimes you just don't have it. You feel like you could be fulfilling your potential, you could be better than this, but there will be days when you just don't have it, right? And exactly on those days you need some extra muscle power, right? Because, okay, if you eat a lot of ice cream, of course, your adenosine, your tiredness levels will go up, but actually the glycogen, the storage nutrient of your muscle will also go up. So you can push more energy into your workouts. You can drive more force with your muscles. And that's an amazing life hack. So how you make advantage of ice cream, that's completely up to the purpose and also completely up to you. So another life hack for you, if you are above 25% body fat and your hormones are not that balanced and you feel like whatever you eat just makes you accumulate more fat, there's an alternative for you. And I'm not affiliated by any means with this company, but there are these so-called halo top ice creams. These are pretty high in protein but extremely low in calories. So for example, Devin sometimes ate an entire tub in the evening, no problems with that. He's absolutely guilt-free, right? And he still got, like, guys, let me show you again because it's just insane. I'm very proud of him, especially that he pulled it off at 45. Now he's already 46 years old. So, well, just let me exemplify a little bit. If this helps you to get here, then why wouldn't you have it, right? So if you know, of course, when to eat it, more or less how much to eat, and how to use it to certain different purposes. But the thing is, if you're smart about your nutrition, you know the role of carbs, fats, and proteins, and you have ongoing daily guidance and accountability on that, and expert help, you can easily get there, right? And you don't really have to like limit yourself, because if you have barely eaten carbs during the day because you didn't really need them, then in the evening it's very hard to eat that much in one sitting, so in one single meal, that it would be too much for your body, or it would make you fat or something like that. So if you are one of the guys who entertain the idea of eating ice cream every day but still wanting to get below 15% body fat or even below 10% body fat, being lean and energetic for life, and you like this video and you found it useful, I'm very happy for you. So please drop me a like and a subscribe. Share it with your friends, your family members, your colleagues, your teammates, your employees. But if you also entertain the idea of eating ice cream every day and getting absolutely peeled and energetic for a lifetime, but you don't know how to actually implement this, you're a little bit confused, and you would appreciate expert guidance and daily accountability on how to implement these certain different nutritional frameworks without having to restrict your diet, do keto, carnivore, paleo, all that bullshit, calorie counting, and you do not really want to spend more than 2 to 3 hours per week on your health, but you still want to get it figured out permanently, then I highly recommend you to go to the description and book a free call on the link there, and we will craft up a game plan for you with Demi Cycle Protocol to show you exactly how we can help you get below 15% body fat, get in the best shape and the highest energy levels of your life without counting calories, without abusing stimulants or taking sleep drugs. This is what we help you with if you're ready to make a commitment, if you are tired of being procrastinators so far, and if you're ready to get started right now, you would have the abs, the flat stomach, the amazing energy levels, and perfect 10 out of 10 sleep right now. You would rather have it now than later down the line, then book a free call with us. If you're fine with that later, or if you still need to think about it, or you are afraid of other people's judgment for you going to the gym and getting after your goals, or if you are afraid of being successful with this, because I know a lot of you are, then please do not book a free call, but go through my previous videos where I actually help you get your mind in shape, and I provide some insights on how my clients defeated these fears and how you can do this too. But if you still have these fears and limiting beliefs, please don't waste each other's time, don't book a call. If you don't have these beliefs anymore and you're ready to make a change now, ready to be committed, and you're at a spot in life where you figured out most of your career and business stuff and now you want to focus on your health, then it's definitely your time to work together, book a call, and get to your health goals in less than 6 months, okay? So this is it for today, and cheers guys, eat a lot of ice creams. See you next time.